So I was talking to my friend the other day. He was telling me all about how um he couldn't sleep because he was up too late, and he knew he wasn't gonna wake up for his alarm, so he just stayed up all night. And so I started thinking. The first thing that came to my head was just get an alarm clock that syncs with a butt plug, and the butt plug vibrates. Um, I have some unfortunate news. I paused the recording because I wanted to make sure that I thought that this was a pretty this would be a pretty cool invention, but obviously I can't talk about this without actually doing the research, and I looked it up, and I was looking and I came across a Reddit page, and someone was asking for this very thing. So on one hand, I knew that shit was a banger idea if there was at least one other person asking for it. Two, someone linked something that works kind of similarly. It's a vibrating butt plug, but nowhere on the website did I see anything where it was time controlled. So I'm a little upset because the actual concept might actually be out there. I don't feel like having a bunch of searches of butt plugs. I don't feel comfortable with that just flying around on my ISP. Or if anybody wants to check the fucking search logs. Um, I just didn't feel comfortable having like 30 different search queries for butt plugs. So I left it there. I'm a little disheartened about the idea that someone already beat me to the punch. But I didn't, from what I've seen, the site that I saw was one of the biggest sex toy manufacturers. And it didn't look like they had a timer feature. It just looked like, you know, you can do it from long distances. You can program it to, but I don't know. I don't know if it's somewhere in the app or not, but it wasn't advertised. But essentially, my product would be less for pleasure and more about jolting you awake. So maybe instead of like silicone, it'd be like, I don't know, something that'll really like, it'll shake in your asshole, and it's like fuck, like you like fuck, like I can't even go to sleep if I wanted to without taking this shit out. It's gotta be inconvenient to have in, inconvenient, just as inconvenient to take out. And so I was also thinking about ways to. I did a little more research. I looked at some scientific articles, and vibration does in fact help with bowel movements. And this is, it's pretty much similar to how when you're trying to help a baby poop, you move their legs up and down. It's pretty similar to that. And so it wakes you up in multiple ways. It wakes you up by literally fucking just rumbling in your butthole to the point where you can't fall back asleep. Either from it, I want to design it so that it's not. Obviously, I want it to be comfortable while you're sleeping, but I want it to be uncomfortable, but not super. I want it to be more inconvenient than uncomfortable. Or I guess to put it, I want it to be noticeable but not uncomfortable. But then when it starts wiggling and jiggling all up in your fucking colon, your rectum, you know it's there, and it wakes you up one way or another. If maybe the way that it's designed actually fucking really just gets you fucking going, hopefully you're so fucking aroused that you're just like fuck, I can't go back to sleep. You know, your heart rate's fucking pumping. You're up now. Or if it's if you're one of the people that react to how it's designed for, you wake up, you got this thing just fucking jiggling in your asshole, and you're like, fuck, man, this shit fucking sucks. I want to sleep a little more, but I can't sleep until I take this shit out. And then this is where the second design comes in, right? It's just such a fucking piece of shit to get out. Maybe it's like instead of a flared base, it's just like a triple wrapped fucking Velcro, or like it's like triple wrapped, and it's got like a locking mechanism where you have to unlock three different shits. So you actually have to wake up and get just to get this shit off. Um, I had a third point I wanted to make. Well, hold on. Oh, the poop. I wanted to design it so that it was as efficient as it could possibly be in inducing bowel movements. So there's three levels to this shit, right? Number one, the vibration wakes you up. It either arouses you or it annoys you. Step three, step two. It it's a fucking pain in the ass to get rid of. Or you know what? Maybe it's like fucking pants. It's like fucking I I don't know. It's like fucking BDSM where like it locks around your whatever, right? But it just has to be a pain in the ass to fucking take off. So you actually have to be engaged in taking it off to the point where you actually it's more convenient to stay awake than to go to sleep than go back to sleep after taking it out. And then the third one is if none of that shit wakes you up, hopefully you having to take a shit actually makes you get the fuck up out of bed. And if none of that works, what then? I was thinking of a little compartment that after 30 minutes the butt plug isn't removed. So I don't know. I don't know if maybe if I want to develop it with maybe dual function for pleasure and for productivity. One is like you just use it to get your freak on, and then its main purpose is to actually wake you the fuck up. But I think there should be two different settings, and then the alarm setting should have um a component where um after 30 minutes or 15 minutes of it not being removed from your asshole, uh a compartment opens up that spews out like a hot sauce or maybe pure capsaicin. Maybe pure capsaicin is probably a bad idea because your asshole would literally cease to fucking exist if pure capsaicin made contact with it. Or I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe it just fucking fills your fucking it just fills your asshole with just shit that you don't want in there. I don't know, like fucking lube, and it gets all slippery and it just becomes a fucking mess, and you're like, damn, I really should have just woke up, and then you learn your fucking lesson that way. I don't know. There's a million different ways that you can go with this product. Um, Again, just like my other shit, where I'm pitching something. If any sex toy, experts, anyone in the field wants to collaborate, maybe wants to help me patent this thing, maybe get this out there because the people need to wake up, and we can't. The age of coffee is over. Caffeine's out, butt plugs in. You know what I'm saying? But just trying to spread my knowledge to help the world. So yeah.